National Guard didn't know what they were doing. They were so scared. If they heard a backfire, they take their 50 caliber machine gun and start at the 10th floor of one of the project buildings and go to the roof thinking that the sniper had shot at them. A lot of people died for no reason.
Where were you when the riots happened?
Probably outside playing basketball. And somebody came and said they threw a garbage can through someplace on Springfield Avenue. And then I'm walking down the street to the cleaners, and somebody was throwing a garbage can through the cleaners, and they were running in there in order, you know, to get all the clothes that was in the cleaners. So I'm just watching things, you know, and I'm walking away, and then I realized that I had, you know, we had some clothes in the cleaners. So, but it was different, you know. See 4 or 5 people walking down the street carrying a pool table. You know? They were carrying TVs, you know, breaking into the liquor stores, doing silly stuff. They'd break a window to the liquor store, the glass would fall on them and cut them real bad, and they'd have to wind up in the hospital for the rest of the night. So, you know, they enjoyed themselves for a day and a half until the state troopers came and the National Guard.
Where were you when the riots happened?
140 Brooklyn Street.
What did you see, or like what happened?
Tanks, Army National Guards going down the street, guns, people shooting people out the windows. Disgraceful.
What do you mean by disgraceful?
Even the whites, the poor whites that was in the neighborhood, was just as taking things from stores as the poor black was. But the poor blacks are the ones that got shot. Same thing happened in Louisiana. That's the poor whites. And even though we was together at the time, the poor whites and the poor blacks, still, when the riots happened, there was a difference over something.
Across the lines, who would dare to go under the bridge, over the tracks that separates whites from blacks? Choose sides, run for your lives. Tonight the riots began. Back streets of America, they kill the dream of America.
You said something about the window, about soul.
Oh yeah, my sister and I, we saw these National Guards shooting down the windows of a window of this guy that the neighbors liked in the neighborhood. This was this Jewish business. Actually, it was an ice cream sundae store. It was really pretty cool, and so the neighbors liked him, and they told him to put Soul Brother on his window. So he did, and so that nobody would go in, you know, and try to loot or whatever in his store. So we saw the National Guards, my sister and I, out of our window, very, very small, looking. We saw them shooting down the glass windows, the Soul Brother window of the white guy's store, the European American guy's store, the Jewish guy's store. Yeah.
Why they did that?
Just to show, I guess, you know, their own bravado, probably, you know, their big shots, you know, racism, basically. Yeah.
What were some of those good reasons, you think?
What were some of the good
Like,
reasons?
yeah, like why people were angry?
Nah, they were angry behind the brutality, behind the inequality, because they weren't getting the same treatment as other folks, you know. But they shouldn't have been that angry. I don't know.
What like what kind of inequality? What kind of treatment?
I would imagine school systems, you know, the rents that they had to pay, you know, which people probably wish they could pay right now. The mortgages, you know, everybody was trying to foreclose on their home.
People were living in projects that were really, really substandard. People were living in some homes that were they had slumlords as the owners, and never really taken care of. And when there was a problem in certain neighborhoods, the police wouldn't come and take care of the situations. In a positive way. It was pretty intense. So, that I think made a lot of the people realize that, well, they weren't going to get any help. So
It was setting up the building of a hospital where everybody would have to lose their homes once they had it. You know, so there was different reasons.
The College of Medicine and Dentistry.
Yeah. They were building that, you know. They had told everybody a year and a half ahead that they wanted to build it, so they'd have to sell their houses, and they'd use that area, and then they'd reimburse them and buy them a house in somewhere else. And they did with most of the people. So
What happened to your house?
it's the delivery room at UMDNJ now.
Damn.
Yeah, my kids were born in my backyard. We had a big backyard.
How do you feel about, like, what are the major changes you've seen happen in Newark lately? Like, after the riots?
Well, after the riots, there was a lot of destruction. Everything was closed down, and it didn't open up again like it was, right? But there's a lot of improvement in Newark. There's no more projects, you know, which is one of the reasons why everybody was angry. They had 22-story buildings with 10 apartments on each floor, you know, and that's a lot of people crowded into one little area. There's no more projects. Now there's nicer homes. There's a lot of building been going on in Newark. I don't know if that's going to continue, but for the last 20 years, there's been a lot of stuff. It doesn't look the same anymore. It looks better.
Do people afford those homes? Are they accessible?
No, they're building them for somebody who can afford them. They're not building them for the people of Newark.
They're not building them for black people?
I don't think so. I think that they're building them in order for, you know, as long as there's transportation to New York, somebody will come and buy them. As long as they're close to transportation and can get to New York easily, somebody will buy them, because they're costing $500,000, $450,000. And I don't even think most of the people in Newark can even afford the taxes, let alone the $500,000. So it's not for us. It's for somebody else.
I feel like it's a sad place, because the corporate people got what they wanted, but they did it by destroying a really wonderful old viable neighborhood that used to be pretty wonderful, that I remember.